Hello friends, I'm Sayukta Saxena back again. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and in today's session we will be learning another Zentangle original pattern. The name of the pattern is Aqua Flare. I had posted a teaser on my Facebook page which had the pattern Aqua Flare in case you had a look. So in today's session we'll learn how to draw the tangle. It's a Zentangle original, and we'll also draw a tile using the pattern Aqua Flare and a few more tangles to go with it, right? So let's get started. So let us first learn how to draw this pattern, right? So Aqua Flare is a very volatile, fragile looking pattern, somewhat inspired from the seaside, right? And the look is very volatile and somewhat like floating. Let me show you how. So I am just drawing a rough shape here, not thinking much about how, right? And then I'm going to start drawing these strands, right? So you can note here I have given a slight curve to the first one, taken my strand a little ahead of my border line, right? Just show you one more. I have crossed the line a bit, given a slight turn, then drawn a line and then connected it, right? So I'm going to be drawing these strands like this, and all of them would be in the same direction, which means that they will be bending in the same direction, right? So again, so you can draw thinner strands, you can draw thicker strands. There is no hard and fast rule, just that I'm going a little over the border so that when I ink the strands, they look like they are covering a pillow or something like that, right? Like they are covering something, right? So this is the basic of Aqua Flare, and then we start to ink the strands and preferably leave a highlight, right? So I am picking up my 08 and going to ink these strands, and the most usual way is to leave a highlight in between, which looks the best in case of Aqua Flare, right? So the name again somewhat inspired from the seaside. Again, the look you may find similar to some sea creature. So I'm going to be inking all these strands and leave a highlight in between, like this, right? Do the same exercise for all. Right? So once you complete it, the inking process, it will look like these strands are wrapped around something, right? So that's the basic look of the pattern Aqua Flare, right? I'll go on and continue inking this. This is the look of the pattern. I have inked all the strands. Generally shading is added on these edges just to give an effect that there is something inside and the strands are covering it, right? And then I will add some graphite on one side of these strands just to give the impression of a shadow under the strand, right? So adding some graphite on one side, and then we can blend it. Right? And then we can with a light hand blend the line that we put under these strands. Not blending too much, we don't want the entire section to go gray, giving the effect of a shadow under the strand, right, like this. So this is a simple aqua flare. However, whenever you will see Maria's version in the newsletter or at many other places, it will always have a curled look, right? So what is the catch to that? There's only one difference when you want to give your aqua flare a curled look, and that is you change the center, right? You shift it. So I'm starting in the same fashion. Right, again starting in the same fashion, right, going somewhat up to the middle, right, and then if I want to give a curled up look, then I will change my center, right? So what I have done is I have moved from here to here, and then I'm going to continue the same process. Right? So keep shifting the base so that you can give that curled up look, right? So I am now going to curl it up inside like this, right? So what I've done is I've moved the base from here to somewhere here and then shifted it and then given a curve. So again the same process of inking. So I'll pick up my weight. So you can play around with these strands. If you don't want to ink them, you can add something else in the strands. That's one variation possible, right? Again, the spaces in between the strands looks nice even if they are empty. However, they give you ample of opportunity to play around with the pattern, right? So I'm going to continue doing this. Again, leave a highlight. This is the basic, the way we draw it. Right. So you have seen here I am going a little over the outline that I have drawn. I am going to continue this exercise. You can see here I have inked the rest of the strands, and here is a small curve inside which has been achieved just by moving the center point place from where we were starting the strands earlier higher up, and then I have given it a curl, right? So that's the way to do it. Again, shading at the edges and under the strands. Looks nice. How can you play around with the pattern? I will show you a few of the tiles that I have made just to give you an idea how do we play around with the pattern. But as I told you, the strands and the spaces in between both give you ample of opportunities to play around with the pattern, right? So this is the basic pattern aqua flare. So I'll show you a few tiles. This is a tile where I have arranged aqua flare in a different shape totally. Again, some embellishment on the strands. Use the white jelly roll to draw some orbs right? And then this is another tile which is Aquafleur, again a simple string, Aquafleur within Aquafleur within Aquafleur, and some embellishment, right? This is again Aquafleur in triangle form, just to show you that the shape doesn't matter, you can fit it in any form or shape, right? This is again Aquafleur, a bigger one between two gorges and some Bronxsters to go with it, right? I'll be posting all these tiles on my page, and today we are going to be drawing a tile using the pattern Aquafleur, and our theme of the day is a heart, since Valentine's Day is down the corner. So let us start with our tile. So I'm going to be first inking my heart shape, yeah, not my heart. Like this, right? And now I'm going to start drawing Aquafleur. So I'm going to start somewhere here, right? I'm not starting from here, you can do that. However, I will start like this, right? We'll try to keep the strands thin. Keep rotating your tile so that your hand is in comfort position all the time, right? Now going to go this side, which is more comfortable for me. Right. So you can see here I'm not changing the direction of my bands. It's not that I started in one direction and midway I change the direction. No, I'm drawing all the bands in the same direction. Right, so I'm going to draw a few here like this, right? And now I'm going to be inking these strands. I like the inked version because it adds drama to my Aquafleur. So it's always a good idea. You can make the strands even thinner, right? So I'm going to be inking all. Like this, right? I have finished inking my bands, and this is how the heart looks like after inking all those bands. And I've left a highlight, as you can see here, right? The next thing I'm going to do is add a slight border to the heart shape. Again, the tangle that I wish to draw outside should not mingle with my heart, so I am adding this outline. It's not compulsory, you may or may not, right? And then I have these double line border. I'm going to ink it and then add a pattern inside it. So let us first ink the border. Going to add a double line. Right, and then the outer. And then another double line. Or an aura, as you call it. Right, so as border I'm going to use a very simple pattern called Tropicana. I'm going to draw these shapes throughout. It's a tangle by CZT. It's a very simple tangle, that's why I chose to draw this pattern. It's not a Zentangle original, but it is very simple to draw, and I thought it will look nice here. So I'm drawing these mosque kind of shape. I often see this shape in mosques. Right. There are so many border tangles, you can choose any. This is a pretty simple tangle to draw. Nice shape. So I thought, let me try this today. Right, so in these small, I'm going to draw this shape. So it's a triangle, and then one more triangle inside it, and then coloring. Right, so the spaces are tiny, so I'll show you once again. One small triangle, again one more triangle inside it, joining it, and then inking. Right, so space is small, so we have to work small. Right, so I'm going to continue this exercise throughout. So I have completed that exercise of adding a triangle in between the spaces, and I have also done one more exercise here, added one more aura to the inside of each of these conical shapes that I had drawn. Right, so two things done here, and that is how my border looks like. Now let's have some fun. I'm going to pick up my brown pen and use two fragments. Right, the fragments, I think it is W7 and T3, so you can refer. So I'm going to be drawing these fragment inside my heart, the spaces that are left. Right, so what I have done is created a square, added an orb, and then drawing lines emanating from the orb and adding some weight at the end of the line. Very simple fragment. Spaces are less, So whatever little space I have, I'm going to draw whatever I can in that much of space, right? So again I'm going to divide this, draw an orb, draw lines emanating from the orb, add a little weight at the end of the line, keep rotating your tile so that your hand doesn't have to move from its comfort position. So simple fragment to draw, spaces are left, so whatever you can, right? Show you one more. Just adding a little weight at the end of the line. Again one more orb, lines emanating from the orb, right? So I'll do this exercise throughout.